What are the steps for home ownership? How do I buy a house? And is there really a difference between a contingent approval and a pre-approval? Let's talk about it. Going right into it, the pre-approval and the contingent approval. The contingent approval is basically you making up your own numbers. You can go on to any website. You can go on to a website for lending, for banking, for credit union, for whatever. There are a lot of institutions out there that will allow you to get a conditional approval. What does this mean exactly? Well, it means that you have the ability to put in your own numbers. All right, cool. So I want to put in that I make $500,000 when I really make $100,000, and I want to be able to afford $1 million house, and I have zero debt, and I don't pay any money on my car. I have very little bills. I live in my mom's basement. Like, I could put in all these numbers, and then they're going to spit out basically a conditional approval. You entered in what you wanted to put in. No checking, no verification. You're not submitting any paperwork for it. This is basically just you putting in what you think might get you approved for a loan. This is a conditional approval, and it's just not something that we as real estate agents can provide when we're putting in an offer or a couple days after an offer. It just isn't there, and we can't use that. So what's the difference between that and a pre-approval? That pre-approval has all of that stuff where you go in to an institution or you call them and you're saying you're faxing it in, or whatever method it is with meeting with somebody or talking with somebody at a lending institution of your choice. You could go to a credit union, you could go to your bank, you can go to another lender, doesn't matter, but you're providing proof that you have or make this amount of money, proof that you don't have $50,000 in a car loan that you're still paying $1,000 a month on, and you only make $2,500 a month. Proof that you who you say you are, and when you file your taxes, you're providing that evidence in which you have your finances securely set up. So the pre-approval process is when the institution, whatever that is, again, wherever you want to go, does that fact checking with your evidence, your W-2, your bank statements, your pay stubs. They will dive into whether you have any outstanding debt, credit cards, you're still paying on an auto or autos loans, multiple loans, some way of checking in any of that information, because basically anything that goes out, when you get your money in and then you send your money out to pay your bills, they need to know what that ratio is, that debt to income ratio is. Finding a real estate agent. That is so important. You need to find somebody that you know, like, and trust. The relationship that you have with your real estate agent is special, and it's one in which you're going to ask questions, and you need to feel comfortable asking those questions. You need to feel comfortable going to that agent at some point in time and saying, hey, what about this? And hey, what about that? What do I need to do for a home inspection? What do I need to do? What is this appraisal thing? What are you talking about? I need to have my water tested. These are all things that your real estate agent they're gonna help you through. And you need to find somebody in which you trust them and you know that you can get the right answers, you can get the answers that are accurate, and when you have that person, that's who you need to really dive into as far as, okay, now let's get moving into the next phase of me buying a new house. Now the fun part. Once you've got your pre-approval, once you've found an agent that you know, like, and trust, now it is time the house hunting process, which is really, really fun. Now you get to dive into all these different property options for you. Your real estate agent is going to set you up with a search, and they're going to find properties that are within your budget, because as I talked about earlier, you want to find a property. We want to be looking at properties that are not outside your possibilities of buying. If you're approved up to $300,000, there's no reason why we would be putting a search in there for properties that are $350,000 or $400,000. You can't afford those. So now it's time for the fun to really begin, where you are going with your agent to see properties. Going to an open house, that's fine. But you're going to see properties and you're going to see the things that you like. Maybe it's the new kitchen. Maybe it's the new bathrooms. Maybe it's the flooring. Maybe it's the fact that it's got a brand new roof. Who knows? Maybe it's the fact that you wanted a detached garage, but you really realized that you want an attached garage. Who knows? But the more you can get into seeing those properties, the more you're going to find out the things that you like and the things that you can kind of deal without. That's okay. Now that you have found a property that you like, now that you've found that one that you want to put an offer in, it's time to work with your real estate agent, and you're going to craft an offer with your realtor that's going to entice those sellers to look at yours. Now, there's many different ways that we can do this, and I've got some ideas that will help you with that, and I'm going to make another video about that, but it's time to get your offer going, get your offer written. And the very first thing, lots and lots of detail need to be put into an offer as far as different aspects and different things that you can write about and write your offer on for a property. However, it all comes down to price. Price is everything. And if you are a cash buyer, cash is gold. Fantastic. If you are a finance buyer, that's fine too. That's great. It's still going to get looked at. It's still going to be seen by that seller, but you need to find that way of getting your offer written quickly so that way you don't lose an opportunity. Now it's time to close the deal. It is so important. Once you get that offer accepted, to really make sure, number one, don't buy extravagant stuff. Wait. So many people get caught up in the fact that they now have an accepted offer, and great, now I can go buy a couch, for several $1,000s, and now I can go and buy a big old fridge, and now I can go buy this and buy this. Wait until closing, because closing is the most important part of this whole process. Once you get to closing, great, you've got your house and it's fantastic. And now you're so excited, but you have to be cautious. Sometimes we can get excited about moving in that we buy too many things leading up to it, and we lose the opportunity to put in the down payment that we need for the property at closing. So when you get your accepted offer, just relax. Get yourself prepared, but there's no reason to go out and buy a whole bunch of things unless you know that you've got the money to save up, because you don't want any hits on your credit at the particular point. You want to make sure that's all good to go all the way through closing. Then go to town. You can really celebrate, get moving, get painting, do whatever you would like to do, because now you own the house. Congratulations. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. If you like this video, I hope you join me on the next one. Take care.